Section 1. The Echoes of Gods, Bridging Myth and History. What if I told you? The line between history and myth is not a solid wall, but a porous membrane, a veil that shimmers and shifts with each new discovery. Our modern world loves its neat categories. This is fact. That is fiction. This is science. That is superstition. Yet, when we peer into the deep past, we find our ancestors did not make such clear distinctions. Their histories were their myths. Their myths were the profoundest truths they knew. This essay ventures into that contested territory to explore a group of beings who have captivated the human imagination for millennia, the Anunnaki. Are they merely figments, or distorted memories of something more tangible? We are taught to dismiss these tales. But is this dismissal a form of arrogance to ask the most important question? What if they were right? Section 2. The Cradle of Divinity. To find the source of the Anunnaki, we must travel back, the Tigris and the Euphrates. This is Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. More than 5,000 years ago, humanity took a sudden and inexplicable leap forward. It was here that the Sumerians seemingly invented everything at once: writing, the wheel, law codes, astronomy, sprawling urban centers. On thousands of clay tablets, they told of beings who oversaw their world. The Anunnaki were not a footnote. They were central to creation and governance. The term, often translated princely offspring, descended from An or Anu, described as a council, often seven foremost, deciding fates in heaven and earth. In texts like the Epic of Gilgamesh and the Enuma Elish, they wield immense power, unleash floods, and decree destinies. They held the tablets of destiny. Early Sumerian myths placed them in heaven. Later traditions distinguish them from the Igigi. When worker gods rebelled, the Anunnaki, led by Enlil, created a substitute worker, humanity, fashioned from clay and divine blood, to relieve their burden. Their number and roles shift, sometimes celestial, other times chthonic judges of the dead. Always elevated above humanity, their temples, literal stairways to heaven. The Mesopotamians saw them as real forces, governing harvest to flood. You know, it's quite something. Section 3. From clay tablets to starships. For millennia, the Anunnaki lay dormant, known only to a handful of scholars. Then, in the 20th century, they were resurrected and transformed.